Okay, boys and girls, today we're going to talk about multiplying and dividing rational expressions. Just a quick reminder, rational expression is a quotient of two polynomials. So, rational expression, rational expression, rational expression. The three steps, really, we're just going to worry about the first one and the last one. First one is factoring. So we're going to factor the top, factor the bottom. The last thing is we're going to cross out anything that's the same. So we got x and x. Remember, factors of -3 that add up to -2 are -3, +1. On bottom, we have x plus 1, x plus 5. And you see here, x plus 1's cancel out, so my answer is x minus 3 over x plus 5. Now, the part that the middle is trying to talk about is talking about holes or vertical asymptotes. And so there's a hole at x equals -1, so that means our x cannot be -1, and our hole, or we have an asymptote at -5. So our x cannot be -1 or x cannot be -5. So what that means is that we're going to have some sort of picture here, and probably a picture here, something like that, and this is our -5, and then at -1 we have an open circle there. That's all that's saying, is that we have an asymptote and a hole, and it just wants us to identify that and be okay with that. If you get it, cool, don't have to write it every single time, but just in case, we'll write it a couple times. Next one, number 2, x minus 4 squared means x minus 4 2 times. And then on bottom, factor that, x minus 4 and x minus 5. X minus 4's cancel out, so now I'm left with x minus 4 over x minus 5, and our x's cannot be 4 or 5. Remember, even if they cross out, they still can't be it. Alright, that's basically everything you gotta do. Factor and cross out. On number 3, it's a little different just because we have exponents and all that stuff. There's two ways to go about it. You can either multiply straight across and then reduce, or you can reduce ahead of time. I'm going to reduce ahead of time just because it's a little easier. So 12 over 6 is 2. 5 minus 2, that's what I do when I have exponents and the same variable. And then on the bottom, I have y squared. Then 9 over 3 is 3. 3 minus 2 is 1, and then 1 minus 3 is -2. And I'm multiplying straight across, that gives me 6x to the 4th, y to the 4th. If you want, you can multiply 12 times 9, add 5 and 3, that gives you 8, that, and then divide, it's going to give you the same thing. Just remember our exponent rules there. Okay? All these work the same way. Why don't you pause it, and then we'll go ahead and go over it. All right, here's your chance to pause. Try 4, 5, and 6. Here we go. All right, let's see if I can find 4, 5, and 6. That's some algebra 2. You don't want that. Okay, so number 4, our answer is 2, and then x minus 4, x minus 2. Our x minus 1's cancel. Here's everything factored. You got difference of squares there. X plus 4's cancel. So then with 2, and then x minus 4 and x minus 1. Here's what x cannot equal. Number 5. If you factor out a 2, GCF on the top, GCF on the bottom, then on bottom you're going to have x squared minus 25. On top, factor out a 8, factor out a 6, and x plus 5, x plus 7. And then on bottom, remember, now that you have x squared minus 25, it's actually difference of squares. And then you can cancel everything out, reduce 8 over 6, you get 4 over 3 and x minus 5. And number 6, the last thing here, you got a difference of squares here. So b plus 1, b minus 1, b plus 1, b plus 1 cancel out. You got 3 b's on top, 2 b's on the bottom. 2 of those cancel out, so that's why you get 1 left on top. 2 over 8 is 4. All right, let's talk about the next one's division. Division, you know, little different, but pretty much the same thing. Division is like multiplication, but with a little nuance. We're going to flip this to multiplication, and we're going to flip this. So the whole keep, flip, change thing, you probably learned in junior high or elementary school or whatever, same thing. So factor this, you get x minus 4 and then x plus 2 over x minus 5 and x plus 2 times, factor out a 2 and an x out of my new numerator, which is my old denominator, I get x minus 5. On bottom, which is my old numerator, I get 2x and then x minus 4. X minus 4 is cancel. X minus 5 is cancel. 2x is cancel. That should be a 3. Sorry. And so I get x plus 2 and x plus 3. Cool. All right, same deal. Go ahead and pause and try 8, 9, and 10, and I'll go over the answers. Here's your chance to pause. Bloop. Okay, let's see here. There's number 8. We have difference of squares there. We factor out an x cubed. Factor this, but remember we flip it, and so when we do that, all right, yeah, cool. Sorry. When we flip it, we get 8x cubed on top. Then factor that, everything cancels out except for the 8 and the x plus 1. And then number 9 and 10. There's number 9. Don't. Yeah, that's the answer. I was asking kids in class what the answer was, so I was writing everything down. So we flip the second one and multiply. Go ahead and reduce this first. You get 2y over x cubed. Flip this, so my denominator is now my numerator. Everything cancels out except for the 2, the x minus 5, and the x cubed. And then number 10, here's your answer. You got x minus 1, so that's where this one comes from. Factor it, that remains on top. On bottom, you got difference of squares. There's a lot of difference of squares here. Flip this, x plus 3's cancel out, x minus 1's cancel out. So you're left with x and then x minus 1 and 2 over x plus 1. Okay, good luck. See you later. Bye-bye. Bye.